It's delayed, so I have to wait. Is that from Tommy's phone? Wait, the intro's playing right now?
That's
It's okay, buddy.
Wait, why don't that still? Why don't that?
we got one viewer. Welcome to UA Live. I'm Dugan Turnbull.
And I'm Avery Clark. Coming up in the show, we look at Coach Tim Casey, our Water Bears, girls basketball, state of the city, and new traffic patterns in UA. Upper Arlington High School is a dated building filled with innovative teaching and learning. Celebrated as one of the top high schools in the state, teachers, students, and community members collaborated last school year on ways to invigorate the dated style in the Learning Center and develop a research and design center. One of the new additions to the space is a chalkboard area for students and staff to showcase their creativity, share thoughts, collaborate, and innovate.
The new chalkboards in the upstairs LC have been a hit among UAHS students. People have been utilizing their study halls and lunches to maximize the chalkboard's use and express their creative sides.
I think it's fun. I really like it. It's just kind of like a way to be creative, and it's just always there. I also have a chalk wall at my house, so like I just generally enjoy it.
I think it's really cool. I love that there's just an opportunity right there to go be creative. I love it.
Now we look at a piece done by Jose Diaz.
Kind of a dimensional eye. Not everything is as we see it. There's always different colors that we can see things in. And not everything is the same color to other people.
This has been Lexi Murray from WARL.
Up to a surprise the morning of Wednesday, January 25th. A large sinkhole opened up in front of a home in Cheltenham Township at 4 a.m. No one was reported injured, however, a nearby road was damaged.
In other news, as President Trump continues to follow through with his campaign promise of building the wall, citizens of Mexico are boycotting various American companies in Mexico, such as McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and more. And now to Josh and Zenobia with Community.
I'm Zenobia Chris.
And I'm Josh Cole.
The state of Ohio has reported that the amount of painkiller prescriptions has continued to go down while Ohio continues to fight the epidemic of painkiller addictions. The recent data reports show that painkiller prescriptions have decreased 20% from last year and 78% since 2012. This is great progress that cannot be ignored. Although Ohio is currently killing the painkiller battle, the state must continue this trend to make Columbus and Ohio a better and safer place.
In Columbus, beginning in March, a new law will be enacted allowing drivers to treat red lights as stop signs if the driver has probable cause to believe it's not working. The law is in response to cars and motorcyclists being upset that they were not triggering the sensor on some lights. Many people have voiced concerns about this law, arguing that it is vague and hard to enforce personal judgment.
On January 23rd, the city of Upper Arlington hosted its annual State of the City event. Lexi Murray takes a closer look.
State of the City is an annual event where community members come together to discuss and celebrate what's happened the previous year and what's up and coming for the next year. Last week, the event was held on Monday, January 23rd. To begin the evening, there was a community fair in the main lobby of the municipal building that featured exhibits from city departments and various community groups. After the fair, the community members gathered for a performance presented by some of the UAHS Wizard of Oz cast, a Focus on the Future presentation, and for the announcing of the Community Awards.
In the awards portion of the evening, Arlington Urgent Care won Business of the Year, Jenny Ledman of the Stand Project won for Community Safety, Charles Reinhart won the Community Enrichment Award, and Ron Arledge and Ned Timmons won the city's Volunteerism Awards.
Recently, there has been an uprising in car break-ins, but not in the usual way. Criminals are becoming more creative by learning how to hack key fobs to unlock and start your car with the push of a button. Not anyone can hack the key fobs, though. The thieves have a device that intercepts the fob's code, and when the owner uses it, the code is immediately sent to a box that mimics its function, allowing the thief to unlock and start the car. It's a rude awakening of how far technology's bounds can reach, and a reminder to not keep valuable possessions in your car.
Yeah, Josh, you better make sure to take your Louis Vuitton puffball keychain off your dash. Speaking of cars and laws, we will now take a look at the changing traffic patterns that have recently affected the streets of UA.
In Upper Arlington, there are three main roundabouts. The first roundabout, introduced to the community, connects Arlington Ave, Stanford Road, and Tremont Road. The second roundabout connects North Star Road, Waltham Road, and Kinnear Road. During this past summer, the third roundabout opened, connecting Tremont Road, Reading Road, and Abington Road. Since Tremont was already under construction, the cost for the roundabout was less than $200,000, but typically to install a roundabout is $1.5 million. Roundabouts create a more continuous flow of cars and is simpler to navigate for pedestrians. The one-way travel around intersection eliminates the possibility for T-bone and head-on collisions that would occur at a normal stop sign or traffic light intersection. The UA Assistant City Engineer, Carla Marseilles, states that the City of UA is looking at options for a roundabout at 5 Points intersection.
The new Ohio State Wexner Medical Outpatient Care Center on Zollinger Road required new parking spots to be added on the street, making westbound Zollinger Road one lane. Due to these additions, lane changes have been made to Northwest and Zollinger intersection. There is now a right turn only lane while heading westbound on Zollinger Road before reaching Northwest Boulevard. This change has caused an increase in after-school traffic backup on Brandon Road. According to Upper Arlington Police Officer John Rice, going straight out of this turn-only lane or blocking the intersection results in a $115 ticket and 2 points on your license. It is important that all drivers are aware of these changes and consequences.
Now to Sydney and John with a look at sports.
Welcome to Sports. I'm Sydney Lowe.
I'm John Mislin.
On February 1st, signing day took place at Upper Arlington High School. Multiple athletes sat down to sign their letters of intent to enroll and play their sport in college. Senior Jordan Bailey committed to the College of Charleston, West Virginia, to play both baseball and basketball.
Volleyball Bears Amelia Fetch, Sarah Hassel, and Madeline McKenna have also committed to their schools. McKenna will play for California University of Pennsylvania. Fetch will continue her athletic career at Otterbein University, and Hassel will play for Illinois Institute of Technology. Football player Nathan Orlandini committed to Valparaiso University, along with fellow football player Michael Smith, who committed to Ohio Dominican University. Swimmers Andrew Kibbe and Parker Neri also plan to continue their swimming careers into college. Kibbe will swim for New York University, while Neri will swim at the University of Texas.
Other athletes who have committed to their schools include Jack Hendricks, who will play baseball for Lincoln Trail College, Alec Holden, who plans to play soccer for Ohio Dominican University, Anna Reynolds, who will be playing tennis for Wright State University, and Ellie Winslow, who will dive for Duke University.
Parker Neri recently committed to University of Texas for swimming. He offers some insights and advice for swimmers.
So you just recently committed to swimming college. What was the experience of committing and scouting like?
Yeah, so I committed to the University of Texas right before the start of swim season. For the recruitment process, I started to talk to coaches and programs at the end of the summer going into my senior year. So from that point until pretty much the start of swim season, I was talking to coaches, visiting colleges, just trying to find the college that best fit me personally. I took 3 official visits to the Ohio State University, University of Texas, and William & Mary out in Virginia. University of Texas was my last official visit that I took, and it was the one that stood out by far. They kind of contacted me pretty late into the recruiting process. It kind of came out of nowhere. I had no idea that I was going to be recruited by that good of a program. But yeah, I took an official visit there, and I pretty much made my decision once I stood on campus. I loved it so much.
That's great. What are you looking forward to most as you finish out your last season with UA?
Personally, I have a couple times that I want to go, but I want to get the 200 free record, school and pool, beat the pool record that I already have, and then I want to just do a personal best in the 500. I have the pool and school record for that, so I just want to look for personal improvements. And for the team, one goal that we have is the 400 free relay. We want to get the pool record for that and maybe even the school record. Both of the records are actually set by one of our coaches, JJ Spangler, so it's a little more motivating to try to beat his record.
That's awesome. So do you have any advice for anybody looking, some of the younger swimmers looking to get into UA Aquatics?
Yeah, for swimmers and just athletes in general, just don't be afraid going into the program. When you go into it, you might be nervous of not being the best there. When I was a freshman and even in middle school, I was the worst swimmer in my team by far. And just if you apply yourself and put some concentration to it and work hard, you'll see improvements. And I am where I am now because I wasn't afraid of working hard or trying to push my limits, and now I'm going to swim in college.
Awesome.
During the boys' senior night, Parker Neri set a pool record for the 500 freestyle race.
And Ellie Winslow put up 323 points at Mason in January, which was a pool record. Spencer Reeder caught up with our Water Bears in January to learn about their season.
Upper Arlington aquatic sports have always had a positive reputation. There are a combined 14 state titles between the boys and girls swimming and diving programs. This past week, we talked to senior Anna Fisher about the pressure to maintain this status for UA.
I think there's a lot of pressure, especially because our program has been very successful over the past 10 or so years. So I think especially being state champions last year puts kind of more pressure on us from other teams because they specifically want to beat Upper Arlington instead of just beat the previous state champions.
In order to stay on top, the swimmers have afternoon practices 5 days a week, morning practices 4 days a week, lifting 3 days a week, and running 3 days a week. Anna tells us more about balancing her agenda.
I think when you first start swimming, it's hard to stay up late doing your homework and then wake up early at 5 next morning. But I think once you do it for a couple of years, you get into a routine and it becomes a lot easier.
Swimmers aren't the only ones feeling the pressure. Finn McCarthy shares the perspective of the UA divers.
Well, our whole team just makes sure we have calendars written out to make sure we know what we're doing every day, making sure we stay focused on school just as much as diving. There's definitely some pressure, but the main attitude overall is just like it's fun and we love to be around each other and like do the sport. So I think that overtakes the pressure, but at the same time, yeah, there is like to make sure we succeed.
Has been Emily Gray and Spencer Reeder for WARL.
Our Lady Water Bears won a meet at CSG where Dakota Elliott and Katie Trace set pool records.
The girls' basketball Bears started their season strong. Emily Gray takes a look.
As the varsity girls basketball team looks to bring home the W tonight against Westland, I sat down with senior captain Sydney Ward to talk about the season.
Our season's going pretty well. We're 8-4 going into the second half of the season. We've gotten a lot better over time, which has shown great progress, and we're really looking forward to some big games that we have coming up that will potentially make or break us in the tournament. And we've really locked into our strength of shooting and defense recently, so it's been going really well.
Good luck to the Lady Bears as they try to bring home the W tonight. This has been Emily Gray for WARL.
Now we learn more about the boys' basketball program by getting to know their coach, Tim Casey.
Outside of basketball, Coach Casey is really fun, caring, and inviting.
I would describe Mr. Casey as enthusiastic and pretty outgoing and happy all the time.
Community icon Tim Casey positively changes the lives of everyone he works with. He is the head boys basketball coach at Upper Arlington High School, health teacher at Jones Middle School, and father of 6 children in the community.
I started playing when I was probably 5th grade here in Upper Arlington, Ohio in the Optimus program. Back when I was a kid, that was the only program available. We didn't have any travel basketball. Then I played at Hastings Junior High School in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, and obviously went on to Upper Arlington High School, and from there I played at Wittenberg University and started coaching, soon after I graduated in 1981. The things I like to do most away from basketball is obviously teaching. And I view my teaching and coaching very similar. One of the things that I've always tried to pride myself in is, I've heard a lot of horror stories about coaches being bad teachers, and I've always tried to be a good teacher, be organized, and give to my, students as much as I give to my basketball team. So I enjoy teaching health. It's a subject that most kids are interested in, and it's a fun group. I love the middle school. I taught both middle school and high school over the course of my career, about probably 16, 17 years as a middle school teacher and about 12 or 13 years as a high school teacher. And no doubt in my mind, I wouldn't trade my high school coaching position for anything, but I also really love my middle school teaching position, and that's something I'm passionate about. I manage the swim racket club in the summertime. I enjoy spending time with my kids, working around the house, taking vacations, all that good stuff that most families enjoy. Obviously coaching 32 years and playing, another, 10, 12 years of basketball experience, that one would be a tough one to answer. Obviously 2014, our state runner-up team was really a special group of guys. They really invested, worked hard. We were very, very close to winning a state championship, so that was a great experience. I had a team in 1995 in Dayton at Kettering Fairmont High School that was really special to me, a really neat group of guys. And then in my college playing career in 1983, I played for a national championship and lost by a point when I was a player at Wittenberg University. So I'd say those 3 seasons, probably over the past 40 plus, would be the seasons that stand out most to me. As far as teaching and coaching and making a career out of it, I got into it, because I enjoy competing. And, when you graduate and your playing days are over, it's the one thing that I found that allows me to compete without actually having to play the game, which physically I'm not capable of doing. anymore and haven't been for a number of years. But the preparation, the designing of practices, the helping young guys get better and investing in the off season is just super rewarding to me. And I could see myself doing this for another 10 or 12 years. And I hope I have the opportunity to continue to do that here at Upper Arlington High School.
Tim Casey still continues to inspire others on the court, in the classroom, and at home. He plans on coaching basketball for the Golden Bears until his youngest son, Cal, graduates from Upper Arlington in 2025.
Thanks to Kylie Casey and Kate Gomez for sharing a story.
Now it's time to get updated with trending news.
Welcome to Trending. I'm Abby Wild.
And I'm Ben Brewster. There's a new popular hair color in 2017, a mix of blonde and orange, also known as blorange. As the new year starts, many girls like Gigi Hadid and Georgia May Jagger are switching to blorange for their lovely locks. I don't know, Abby, but I think blorange hair would look great on you.
Maybe I'll have to try it sometime, Ben. Before astronauts could travel to space, satellites were used to explore the atmosphere. Newly created satellites called small sats have benefits that can help the race to new discoveries in space. Ranging in size from small golf balls to refrigerator sized, and with smaller costs, they allow for more satellites to be launched into the atmosphere for different views of constellations. Now we take a look at a form of relaxation that could be beneficial to a busy life.
Last Friday, an acupuncturist from Dr. Chen's office came to speak to the Mandarin students about Eastern medicine. Acupuncture is used to treat health problems like fertility, mental illness, ADHD, and stress.
We have an older woman. She comes in for asthma. She's been coming for 3 years, twice a week. She doesn't have to use her inhaler anymore. Oh, another thing acupuncture does is help prevent people from getting sick.
Acupuncture needles are so small that 20 can fit into a single shot needle.
Our needles come in different sizes. This one we have 1/2 inch all the way up to 7 inches, and it's proportional. So it just depends on everybody's size, what needle we'll use, and they're all pretty much the same thickness. And then now, they're very fine. They're all individually wrapped and sterilized. They're very clean.
Some students even got to experience acupuncture firsthand.
Okay, you ready for this one?
I mean, you can definitely feel that influx of energy into you, but honestly, when you get acupunctured, I guess is the term for it, it doesn't hurt or anything. You feel a slight poke, but that's it. I guess it's calming, relaxing. Honestly, I don't even feel this.
This has been Audrey Bull for WARL.
In the next couple of months, you might be self-driven to the grocery store to buy some synthetic dinner. According to frogdesign.com, AV-driven cars could help save 1.2 million lives lost yearly in auto accidents worldwide. Also, lab-grown and plant-based meat replacements could make it to your plate in the new year. This could mean the dawn of cruelty-free burgers and meatloaf. Ugh. The first synthetic burger sold for $330,000 in 2013, so it looks like I'll need to stop going to Starbucks and start saving my cash.
For all you coffee lovers, Starbucks recently released a new winter coffee drink, the Cascara Latte. The name Cascara is originated from Spanish meaning husk or shell, and is a blend of cherries, something different than than Starbucks usually coffee drinks. So if you're looking for a sweet morning coffee, this may be something you'd want to try. Starbucks also brought back its popular butterscotch latte for another winter season. Starbucks feels that this latte is better than any other coffee drink. Sounds pretty good to me. How about you, Ben?
I will definitely try that next time I go to Starbucks. Now back to Maine with Avery and Dugan.
Google confirmed in a USA Today report that they are launching a crisis fund that could raise up to $4 million for 4 different immigrant rights organizations. This was in response to their concern about President Donald Trump's order to suspend immigrants from 7 Muslim-majority nations.
Lucasfilm, the production company in charge of the Star Wars franchise, has released the title of their upcoming film. The Last Jedi will roll down the opening credits on December 15th, leaving fans plenty of time to find out what this title could mean.
Lily Walsh introduces us a sport that became increasingly popular amongst our students.
Within our community, indoor gyms such as Kinetic and Vertical Adventures, as well as the outdoor Scioto Audubon Center, provide safe and easily accessible spaces for people to explore the world of rock climbing. Zoe Pappas, a senior at UAHS, has found a way to spread the word about this unique sport within our school by starting Climbing Club.
Once senior year started, I got in contact with Mr. Palmer, and he was all for it, and so we kind of just got all the planning figured out, and it's on Wednesdays after school, and we go to Vertical Adventures. And the first day we had so many people show up, and there's so many like loyal people who come to Climbing Club every week, and it just makes me so happy that everyone gets together every week and we just talk and hang out and climb at the gym.
Jordan Zimmer, who is also a senior, is a member of the club and has decided to climb for his community school Odyssey project.
So I'm going to be working during the week and probably volunteering at the climbing gym if possible. And then on weekends, I'm going to be traveling to different climbing spots around the country.
This has been Lily Walsh for WARL.
If you'd like to join Climbing Club at the Upper Arlington High School and are under 18, make sure to fill out the online safety waiver at verticaladventuresohio.com.
This is it for this edition of UA Alive. Thanks for tuning in.
Do not spray into us, I have sprayed you into my eyes.